Ford Field at Mile High in Denver. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. Denver Broncos taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the former quarterback of the Vikings. Drafted him back in 2014, and now he goes against him. It's Teddy Bridgewater. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it near the 40 to the 39. The pick up there, 5 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Still first down. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action now. Bridgewater. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go. And to use those wheels of his, absolutely devastating effect.
Quickly completed to the right flat. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with a little momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Bridgewater. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 7, Broncos 0.
2nd and 5. On the counter, Hunt. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shift. To throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Westbrook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So on 3rd down, a field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Bears who come in and get the victory on the road. 27-21, your final. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Josh Reynolds, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. In that game, all square as they take on the visiting Seahawks. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Bridgewater. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The pass there complete to Sutton, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run again with Hunt. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Good job, man.
Cortland Sutton, his 10th touchdown of the season's second of the game. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance. That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Here's the option.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a 2-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seen the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And he comes back with 1 complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's going to look deep down the field. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fielded at the 20. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Setting up the screen for Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And he's got room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, we've said it many times, Charles, when you have weapons like this at the wide receiver position, just get them the football any way that you can, and here it's in the run game.
And that was an example of catching a team off guard because it really paid off for them. They weren't ready for that at all. I know they weren't ready to try and catch him because once he hit full stride, that was going to turn into a big play, and it did.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Let's go. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So the Broncos now down by 5, a minute 50 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. To throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
That's complete. Okuebuna.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's back to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He completes this to Sutton.
And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
open man Hamler. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Intended for Jerry Jeudy. Incomplete.
And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.